Hello and welcome to Claire and Bloom, where I share my love of fragrance, body care, and beauty. In this video, I'll be reviewing the new Victoria's Secret Daydream collection. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. The Victoria's Secret Fall Flanker collection is starting to trickle into stores, but isn't online yet, and this year it's called Daydream. This is their traditional line of flankers to some of their core scents, and it tends to be one of the more popular collections each year, so I'm excited to try it out. The collection is described as soft notes diffuse against the warmth of your skin to create a delicate take on your favorite scents, so it sounds like these are supposed to be softer versions of the originals. I've already reviewed the other VS Fall collections, including Rhinestone Cowgirl, Cafe Victoria, and Fall Flora, as well as the Pink Fall Mist, and I'll link those videos in the description box if you want to check them out. And if you want to see mini reviews or what's coming up on my channel, you can join me over on Instagram at Claire and Bloom. There are 4 new scents in the Daydream collection, and I picked up all of the fragrance mists. I think the packaging is quite pretty, with the pastel colors, whimsical clouds, and gold accents. I do think it is a bit reminiscent of previous lines such as last year's Fall Cashmere collection. I also wanted to quickly show you the packaging for the Daydream body lotions, as I think those are nice as well. The Velvet Petals lotion hadn't arrived at my store yet, so I'm missing that one for now. The collection includes Bare Vanilla Daydream, a warm gourmand with vanilla and sandalwood. Pure Seduction Daydream, a fruity musk with plum and suede. Velvet Petals Daydream, a fruity gourmand with blooms and cream. And Love Spell Daydream, a warm fruity scent with berries and jasmine. And now let's get on to the reviews. The first scent in the collection is Bare Vanilla Daydream, which is a new scent that comes in the golden brown bottle. And this has notes of fluffy vanilla and soft sandalwood, a delicate take on Bare Vanilla. And this opens with really sweet, sugary vanilla, and it does have some of the original Bare Vanilla feel. It seems like there's a touch of vanilla flower, and the sandalwood adds a soft warmth, but it's not overly woody. This has simple, distinct notes, but they combine to make a really pretty scent. To me, it's a warm, creamy, woody vanilla that does feel softer than the original. It is fluffy and a bit gourmand, like sweet vanilla cream. I always tend to like Bare Vanilla flankers, and this is another one I think I'll reach for a lot when I want a lighter version. I have a lot of comparisons for this one, and first is the original Bare Vanilla with notes of whipped vanilla and soft cashmere. And this is a classic sweet, warm, woody vanilla that's inspired so many other scents. It's creamy and rich, and the vanilla is a bit syrupy but not cloying, and there's a touch of powderiness as well. These obviously have a lot of similarity, as they're both warm, creamy, woody vanillas, but the original is deeper and more syrupy, while Daydream is more creamy and sweet. I love them both, and I think that choosing between them will just depend on what you're in the mood for that day. Next is Bare Vanilla Golden, which has notes of sugared tonka, orchid blossom, and warm sandalwood. And this is a rich, sweet vanilla with a very sugary feel. It also has a hint of spiciness, and the orchid brings in a soft floral note that brightens the scent, while the sandalwood adds a woody warmth. These share the combo of vanilla and sandalwood, but Golden is more sugary sweet with a stronger floral presence, while Daydream is lighter and creamier. Bare Vanilla Golden is one of my favorite versions of Bare Vanilla, so I do still prefer it, and it feels more elevated and complex than Daydream. It's also much stronger overall. Then I have Bare Vanilla Luxe, and this has notes of rich marshmallow, vanilla cashmere, and lush pepper. And this is a lighter version of Bare Vanilla with a sweet marshmallow and a soft hint of spice. It feels gourmand and has a very fluffy vanilla. These are both softer, fluffier vanillas, but Luxe feels more syrupy and has the added spiciness, while Daydream is even softer and has more of a creamy sweetness. Bare Vanilla Luxe doesn't feel as light now compared to Daydream though. Next is Bare Vanilla Untamed, which has notes of vanilla elixir and apple blossom. And this is a vanilla floral with a smoky, woody feel. The vanilla is dark and syrupy sweet, and it has a touch of powderiness as well. These have a similar combination of vanilla and woods, but Untamed is more syrupy sweet and has a stronger fruity floral, while Daydream is softer and creamier. The vanillas have a very similar feel though, and I think that these are both really nice. Then I have Bare from the VS perfume line, with notes of Australian sandalwood, Egyptian violet, and Mandarin Madagascar. And this is a warm, woody scent with an ambery quality. The Mandarin adds citrusy sweetness, and the violet is soft and powdery. The sandalwood is creamy and warm, and the scent overall feels cozy and comforting and sweetens over time. I wanted to compare the sandalwood in these scents as they're both sweet and woody, and Bare is definitely warmer and woodier and more floral, and a lot stronger overall. Bare Vanilla Daydream is more creamy and vanillic and sweet. And lastly, I have Tease Crème Cloud, also from the VS perfume line, and this has notes of vanilla meringue, santal flower, and sheer amber. And this is a fluffy, sugary vanilla meringue scent with a soft floral and a warm, musky quality. It's very sweet and powdery and also has an ambery, woody feel. These both have a fluffy vanilla and warm sandalwood, but Tease Crème Cloud has the added amber and stronger floral, while Bare Vanilla Daydream is softer and sweeter. I love Tease Crème Cloud, and I actually think these might pair nicely together. The next scent in the collection is Pure Seduction Daydream, which is a new scent and comes in the reddish pink bottle. And this has notes of plum sugar and white suede, a delicate take on Pure Seduction. And this opens with a sweet, syrupy plum that also has a sugary quality. The suede isn't really leathery, it's more warm and sort of musky. The scent has a very fruity, candied feel to it, along with a warm, velvety smoothness. Over time, it softens and mostly feels smooth and creamy, with a lighter, fruity sweetness. I think this one is interesting. It's a slightly odd combination of notes to me, but I do really like the scent. And for comps, first I have the original Pure Seduction with notes of juice plum and crushed freesia. And this basically smells like sweet candied plum. There's a hint of floral, but it's overwhelmingly fruity, and feels a bit like fruit punch to me. These share the plum and candy-like quality, but the original Pure Seduction is stronger and sweeter, while Daydream is warmer and has more of a creaminess to it. The original isn't one of my go-tos, so I'd probably wear Pure Seduction Daydream more. Next is Pure Seduction Cashmere, which has notes of whipped meringue and decadent berries. And to me, this is candied berries topped with sugary whipped cream, with a bit of an airy quality as well. The berries feel like raspberry with maybe a touch of strawberry, and have a sugary, candied feel to them. The meringue adds a creamy, lightly vanillic sweetness, and like many Pure Seduction flankers, this has a fruity candy or punch type of feel. These are both fruity candied scents, but Cashmere is sweeter and the fruit is brighter, while Daydream is softer and warmer. I do prefer Pure Seduction Cashmere. Then I have Sugar Blur, with notes of vanilla sugar, bright amber, and sheer raspberry. And this is a sweet, sugary vanilla that feels light and fluffy like cotton candy. It has a soft, syrupy raspberry and a sweet, powdery amber, and to me, it's basically a bright raspberry scent with a lot of sugary sweetness. These share the sugary candy sweetness, but Sugar Blur is warmer and has noticeable raspberry, while Pure Seduction Daydream is more creamy and candied. Lastly, I have Bath & Body Works Sunblooms and Suede, and this has notes of white raspberry, pink petals, and vanilla cream. And this is a fresh, slightly tart raspberry scent with a light floral note. It also has a soft, creamy sweetness with a subtle vanillic quality. These are both sweet, fruity scents, and they have a similar smooth, creamy feel, but Sunblooms and Suede is more airy and floral, while Pure Seduction Daydream has more of a sugary, candied sweetness. I also wanted to note that I did compare this with Bath & Body Works Pink Suede as well, and they were not similar to me, as that one is really sharp and cottony. The next scent in the collection is Velvet Petals Daydream, which is a new scent that comes in the mauvey pink bottle. And this has notes of airy blooms and sweet cream, a delicate take on Velvet Petals. And this opens with a sweet cream, and it feels light and airy and has an almost sugary feel. The floral is soft and pretty, and I wonder if it might be almond blossom, because I am getting a slightly nutty quality. The original Velvet Petals does have almond, so that would make sense to me. I think this is really pretty. It feels like a soft almondy floral with a creamy sweetness, vanillic and a touch lactonic, and it is gourmand leaning. This is really nice, and it's the kind of floral scent that I could see myself wearing, because it's not sharp at all. However, I feel like this one faded more quickly than some of the other scents in the collection. And for comps, first I have the original Velvet Petals, with notes of lush blooms and almond glaze. I'm not usually a huge lover of floral-forward scents, but this one is a love for me. The floral is soft and creamy, and the touch of almond gives it a perfect nutty sweetness. It does have a slightly lactonic gourmand quality as well. These share a lot of similarities with a soft floral, almond, and lactonic feel, but the original has stronger floral and a more syrupy almondy sweetness, while Daydream is softer and more creamy. It's hard to choose between these because I love Velvet Petals, but I am also really enjoying the lighter creamy sweetness in Velvet Petals Daydream, but it doesn't feel quite as elevated as the OG. Next is Velvet Petals Cashmere, which has notes of toasted sugar and blonde woods. And this has a sugary sweetness and also feels toasted and a bit syrupy, like it's starting to caramelize. There's a lot of woody warmth, and I feel like there might be a soft floral note as well. It's a sweet, sugary, woody scent that feels very cozy and warm. These are both sugary, sweet florals, but Cashmere is warm and woody, while Daydream is more creamy and floral. Then I have Bath & Body Works' new scent Milk, which I recently reviewed, and it has notes of sugared oats and whipped milk. And this is a slightly sharp lactonic scent with a creamy sweetness. It feels a lot like fresh cream with a touch of brightness and the sweet nutty oats. These are both creamy, nutty scents, but Milk is unsurprisingly more lactonic and has the strong oats, while Velvet Petals Daydream has a softer creaminess and is predominantly floral. And the last scent in the collection is Luxe Daydream, which is a new scent that comes in the purple bottle. And this has notes of sparkling berries and jasmine musk, a delicate take on Luxe. And this opens with sugary berries, and it does have a bit of a sparkling quality like fizzy fruit punch. The jasmine is really soft, so there's just a touch of a floral feel, and it has a lightly powdery and slightly earthy woody warmth, which I'm assuming is the musk. I don't usually like love spell flankers, but I think this one is nice, and it's mostly just sweet, powdery candied berries and warm musky woods, with a softer hint of floral. And for comps, first I have Snowdrift, with notes of frozen berries, blooming jasmine, and cool tangerine. And this is a fruity floral with a heady jasmine and berries that have a sort of powdery feel. The tangerine adds some citrusy sweetness and brightens the scent. These share the jasmine and berries, but Snowdrift is brighter and more floral, while Luxe Daydream is softer, warmer, and a bit sweeter. Next is Velvet Petals Crystal, which has notes of opulent jasmine and prismatic berries. And this is a sweet berry scent that has a bit of a sparkling quality. The jasmine isn't sharp, and the scent overall is more sweet and fruity than floral. These both have berries and jasmine, along with a sparkling feel, but Velvet Petals Crystal is more fruity floral, while Luxe Daydream feels more powdery and woody. Then I have Secret Sunrise with notes of sunlit berries and pink petals. And this is a bright sugary scent with mixed berries and a light floral that feels like jasmine. It's very sweet and fruity and has a bit of a candied feel. These both have berries combined with a soft floral, but Secret Sunrise is brighter and sweeter and is predominantly fruity, while Luxe Daydream is soft and woody. And lastly, I have Bath & Body Works Confetti Daydream, and this has notes of fresh raspberries, sparkling pear, and blue iris. And this is a fruity floral with a slightly sharp mix of raspberry and pear. The iris adds a soft floral, and there's some fruity sweetness, but the scent isn't overly sweet. I was asked to include this comparison, and these do have a similar soft powdery berry feel, but Confetti Daydream has the added pear and is more airy and floral, while Luxe Daydream is more sweet and woody. There are other Bath & Body Works scents with similar notes as well, such as Vampire Blood. Overall, I really enjoy this collection and I like all of the scents, but that's not surprising since the fall flanker collections are usually a hit for me. Now, is this the best fall collection in recent years? That would be tough, because the Golden collection from 2022 and the Cashmere collection from 2023 were both incredibly good. I don't think that Daydream as a whole can top either of those, but there are definitely individual scents that stand out to me. Some of these would rank pretty close to each other, but if I had to rank them, my least favorite would be Love Spell Daydream, because it doesn't feel very unique, but I do like it a lot more than many other Love Spell flankers. Next would be Pure Seduction Daydream, because it has a little something different, and it's really growing on me the more I wear it, and could easily move up in this ranking. Then Velvet Petals Daydream would come in second, because it's just so pretty, but I can't rank it higher because the scent is so light. I was tempted to put Pure Seduction Daydream above this because it performs better. Maybe I would say they're tied. And that leaves Bare Vanilla Daydream as my favorite, and it just smells really delicious to me. As far as strength, I'm trying to keep in mind that these are intentionally lighter versions of the original scents. They are definitely not as strong and long-lasting, and it was quite obvious when comparing to some of the originals. Bare Vanilla Daydream was the strongest to me, followed by Pure Seduction Daydream and Love Spell Daydream. Sadly, Velvet Petals was the lightest, and when I went back to smell them all again, it was the faintest. I don't really care though, I'll just layer it with the matching lotion and touch up as needed. I already bought backups of all of these. So that's it for my review of the Daydream collection from Victoria's Secret. Let me know what you think of these scents and if you're going to give any of them a try. Thank you for watching, I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.